The wind wailed through the broken timbers of Blackthorn Ridge as though the land itself were mourning the lives it had swallowed. Snow lashed the abandoned train platform where Maren stood clutching her two children, their small bodies trembling beneath threadbare clothes. Hunger had hollowed their cheeks, and cold had turned their lips pale and cracked. She drew them close, pressing her face to their tangled hair, whispering promises she no longer believed heaven would keep. Freight wagons thundered past without slowing. Boots crunched in the distance and faded away again. No one looked twice, no one stopped. Until a lone rider emerged from the white fury. The man reined in his horse at the edge of the platform and dismounted, his tall frame outlined against the storm. Ice crusted his heavy coat and frost clung to his beard. He stood still, eyes fixed on the sight before him. The children were pawing weakly through frozen scraps near a shattered crate, their movements slow, their strength nearly gone. Something shifted in the man's face, anger sharp and sudden. Then sorrow, then recognition, the kind born from old wounds that never fully heal. "Ma'am," he called, his voice steady despite the howling wind, "you shouldn't be out here." Maren shook her head, clutching her children tighter. "We have nowhere else to go." Her voice broke as she lifted her son's limp hand. "They haven't eaten in 2 days. Please, take them. At least they might live." The words struck him like a blow. "Take your children?" he repeated quietly, lowering himself to the boy's level. The child tried to stand, but his legs buckled, thin as twigs in a gale. The little girl hid behind her mother, too weak even to cry. "Sir," Maren whispered, desperation fraying every syllable, "people here take children from labor or worse. You look kind. Please, give them a chance." Her lips were blue, her breath came shallow and uneven. The man rose slowly, a storm fiercer than the snow burning in his eyes. He stepped closer. "I'm not taking your children." Maren's heart shattered. Tears spilled as she bowed her head, until his strong hand extended toward her. "I'm taking all 3 of you." She froze, unable to breathe. What do you mean?" His voice hardened, carved from iron and resolve. "Gather what you can. You're coming home with me. No one gets left behind." A violent gust slammed into them, but he did not flinch. He lifted her son into his arms as if the child weighed nothing. The boy's head fell against his chest, his eyes fluttering closed. Maren pressed a hand to her mouth to keep from sobbing. "Why?" she whispered. "We're strangers." The man met her gaze, torment flickering there like a scar exposed. "Because once someone left my family to die in the cold. I swore if I ever saw others in that place, I'd pull them out myself." He draped his warm coat around the little girl's shoulders and lifted her onto the saddle. "My name is Rowan Hayes. I've got a ranch beyond the ridge. Food, fire, beds." Maren hesitated. "I can't pay you." Rowan held her gaze without expectation. "I'm not asking. I'm giving what no one gave me, a chance." Her knees nearly gave way. Kindness had not touched her life in years, yet the storm worsened and her children were fading fast. She nodded. Rowan led them into the white wilderness, a lantern swinging at his side as the world dissolved into swirling shadows. The children clung to him instinctively, as if sensing safety for the first time. Maren stumbled, dizzy and numb, but he was always there, steadying her elbow. "If you fall, I'll lift you. That's how this works." She stared at him. "Why do you treat us like family?" Without turning back, he answered, "Because you are now." A wolf's howl echoed through the trees, far too close. Rowan tightened his grip on his rifle. "Stay behind me." Shapes moved along the ridge, shadows slipping through snow-laden branches. 2 glowing eyes appeared. Rowan raised the rifle and fired once. Silence returned. "They hunt the hungry. Not tonight. Not on my watch." The path narrowed along a cliff where the wind screamed through jagged stone. Rowan handed Marin a rope. "Tie this around your waist. If you slip, I'll pull you back." She obeyed with shaking fingers. He secured the other end to the saddle horn. "Trust me." "I don't know you," she whispered. "You will," he said with a faint smile, "and I don't lose people."
Halfway across, the girl cried out as her foot slid. Rowan leapt from the horse and caught her before she fell, wrapping her in his arms and murmuring until her breathing steadied. Marin watched, stunned. Strangers had ignored her pleas before. This man risked his life as if her children were his own. Something long dead stirred in her chest. At last, they crested the ridge. Through the storm, warm lights glimmered ahead like stars fallen to earth. "That's my ranch," Rowan said. "You're safe there." Marin's throat tightened. "You barely know us." "You asked me to save your children," he replied gently. "I'm going to do better than that. I'm saving their mother, too." The ranch stood solid against the storm. Barns, a long cabin, smoke rising from the chimney. A shepherd dog bounded through the snow, barking joyfully before circling the children protectively. "Even Scout knows you belong," Rowan said, scratching the dog's ears. Inside, warmth crashed over Marin like a wave. Fire roared in the hearth. Blankets lay ready. Bread steamed on the table. She gasped, overwhelmed. Rowan settled the boy near the fire, checking his pulse. "He'll be all right. Warmth and food." The girl sat wrapped in a quilt, eyes wide with wonder. Marin approached Rowan, hands trembling. Why do this? He met her gaze. No one should have to beg for their life. As the storm raged outside, he served hot soup. Marin watched him move with quiet confidence, as if caring were as natural as breathing. "Eat," he said. "Tomorrow we'll see what comes next." Marin did not yet know that tomorrow would reveal the deepest truth of all. She awoke before dawn to a sound she had forgotten, peaceful silence. The children slept by the fire, cheeks flushed with warmth. Outside, Rowan split wood, breath steaming with each strike. When he returned, he set a cup of tea before her. "You're exhausted." "I'm sorry. Rest isn't weakness." She lowered her head. "I haven't had a home in a long time." "Well," he said softly, "you do now, if you'll take it." Tears spilled freely. Later, he spoke of his past, how a blizzard had taken his family when he was 19, how a stranger had saved him. "I promised I'd be that stranger for someone else." That night, another storm struck. Rowan secured every shutter. "Good thing you're not out there." Lightning flashed. The girl ran to him, burying her face in his coat. He lifted her gently. "Storms can't get in here." The boy tugged his sleeve. "Are we staying forever?" Rowan glanced at Marin. "If your mother wants this to be home, it is." When dawn broke, frost blittered across the land. Rowan saddled his horse. "I'm going to town for supplies. Stay inside. Wolves roam after storms. And if something happens, then I face it. I always come back." Hours passed. When he returned, his jaw was tight. "Some men noticed you vanished. They won't take you now." Fear pierced Marin. "Do they want my children?" "No," he said firmly. "They're under my protection." That night, Rowan kept watch by the fire. Marin sat beside him. "You shouldn't risk your life for us." He turned to her. "Your children ran to me like they were my father, and I felt something I thought was gone forever." His voice softened. "I don't just want to protect you. I want you here, always." Her heart thundered. "You barely know me." "I know enough," he said. "You walked through storms for your children. That kind of strength deserves a home." Tears streamed as she whispered, "We'll stay if you truly want us." "I want you," he said. "All three of you, forever." He drew her close as the children wrapped around them. Outside, the last echoes of the storm faded. What had been lost was not found again, But something new was born, a family forged from mercy, courage, and a promise kept.